Welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy V. Before we move on, I learned of an interesting little phenomenon that I wanted to show off. Someone forgot to set that as a solid area that you can't walk through, so, yeah, we're just kind of walking on thin air, no big deal. We'll just clip right through the boundaries, why not? And mess up the background graphics entirely. Because we were not exactly expected to go up here or around here. That encounter rate's kind of getting on my nerves. I guess we found the grass texture that's just kind of up here at the top of the screen for whatever reason. Let's see what else we can see. There's a bit of mountain here, but we can't get onto it because it's not really an area you're supposed to get to. Which is also why it's all broken up like this. You know, they only accounted for what you're expected to see. And, well, maybe then some a little bit, but, yeah. You can do a similar trick, even in 3D games, especially 3D games that have, like, a fixed camera angle all the time, so you're not able to just, like, constantly rotate the camera around and stuff. You know, they can just only devote, you know, polygons and stuff to the areas that you actually will ever see. And the rest of the areas can just kind of be left broken up and non-filled in, much like this. That's especially important in 3D games, some 3D games actually, depending on the system and the limitations, because if you're not wasting resources on things that the player is never even able to see anyway, that leaves you more room to have more detail, more polygons on the things that the player can see. Let's see if we can somehow fix that background. I seem to recall, yes, if we loop around, the parallax... Yeah, if we loop around again, the parallax background eventually fixes itself, like so. Yeah, 3D games, if you ever find a way to see things that you normally are not able to see, such as through glitches or cheating or whatever, you will find, like, weird stuff, like Ocarina of Time, the shop guy, the big guy behind the counter in some shops is, like, just a torso. He doesn't actually have legs or anything, because you can never see behind the counter anyway. And, there was actually a glitch in, I found a glitch in Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance, where I, like, clipped through the wall in the, what was the name of that world? The one based on Hunchback of Notre Dame, Le Sanctuary or whatever. No, that's the battle theme. Whatever. And, one of the areas I, like, clipped through the wall using a flow motion attack and then ended up beyond the boundaries, and it's like, I clipped through the church, and, once you get past, like, the doorway and everything, there's actually just nothing. It's just all pink or something, whatever color it was past the boundary, and it was just kind of falling in nothing. Thankfully, the programmers were smart, and they programmed a failsafe, so I was actually teleported back to where the battle was going on after a bit, but yeah. Interesting stuff, you know, you typically don't devote graphics to areas players never see, so you can run into some weird things like this when there are glitches. Now let's get back to what we were supposed to be doing. Before we move on with the main plot, there's actually some other stuff we oughta do. I mentioned there were two ways, like, I wasn't gonna show off before. I'm still not gonna show off down here. It's just a basement. There's some treasure down there, but like I said, I cannot stand up to the monster that lurks down there right now, so we're not going to deal with that. I can, however, go this way. If I wanted to backtrack, I could make this fight, this upcoming boss, a cakewalk by going to Karnak and getting Fyra and Kira and better equipment. But instead, I'm going to do this the hard way and avoid having to backtrack. Both because I don't really feel like backtracking, and because I think it'd be neat to do this the hard way. So we're gonna do it that way. There's a very specific party formation and strategy I have that will work at this low level. Because a lot of things... Yeah, Chocobo! This boss will murder you at this point in the game, to be honest, if you're not very careful. Like, figuring out how to beat this boss without over-leveling or going to Karnak first. If you're not gonna do either of those things, just, like, over-level badly or go to Karnak first, figuring out how to beat this boss is like figuring out how to beat a freaking Shin Megami Tensei boss, I think. Freeze! Chocobo kick! I am not used to encountering this many enemies on the way to the boss, but that's alright. I can get some ABP on the way. As soon as we get there, I'm gonna change my classes a bit, actually. It's not too far. In fact, we're here already. Notice the pattern of these raised tiles. It's like a snowflake. Nice touch. Alright. Bart's, I'm keeping him on Knight for a bit longer because I want to learn this next ability he's gonna get. But the next class I'm gonna move him on to, right after that, is Mystic Knight. And I'm also gonna switch to that right now for this boss. Yeah, that'll be good. And Faris is going to be a blue mage for a bit. I guess I will teach him... I guess I'll give him build-up, why not? Galuf is going to remain a time mage, Lenna is going to also become a time mage and take her white magic. Anything raise her? Yeah, I'll give her the rod, there we go. Alright. Let's make sure everyone's HP is full, because this boss hits hard. These enemies hit like a truck. Okay. Maybe lower the battle speed a little bit too, just to give me a little bit more of an edge. I am the Ice Esper, Shiva. Are you fit to be my masters? Let's find out. Okay, first order of business. Okay, I'm gonna use Cure on the first person that got attacked. And first order of business for the time mages is going to be hasting the people who have Cure magic. That's the most important thing to do right off the bat, and my blue mage is going to turn one of these guys, use Frog Song to turn one of these guys into a frog because they're susceptible to it. Except it didn't work that time. That's not good. Well, let's get to curing. Hopefully I can still pull this off without having the first turn go as intended. Might still be okay. Might still be okay. Let's see. Oof, close. Close one. That critical. Okay, I had a bad bit of luck with Toad Song not working, but then I had a good bit of luck with that round, so I might still be able to pull this off. I just need to get one of them toadified. This is a very tough battle at this point in the game. You're really, I think, expected to go to Karnak and get Fyra and Kira. Makes this a lot easier. But it's still doable like this. Awesome. Okay, now let's haste Faris so we can get more people toadified more quickly. I think we're good. Had a bit of a close call there. Yeah, I had a bit of a close call there, but I think we're in the clear here. From here. Just gotta keep going with my strategy, turn the rest of the commanders into toads, and get everyone hasted, keep healing up, and we'll be good. Yeah, now I'll cure. I was waiting for that. Didn't want to waste that cure spell. And now we'll just get Galuf hasted as well. Now, if I can get that last commander to be a toad, we will be golden. Awesome. Alright. Yeah, cure is fine. Now it's time to show off the abilities of the Mystic Knight class. Magic Sword. I enchant his sword with fire magic, and as long as he doesn't die in this battle, I don't have to do that a second time. Just the once is good enough. And it is awesome. I'll use build up with Faris. And we'll just keep healing with Lenna. Just 2 MP, only had to do it once, and then check it out. The rest of the turns, boom, 230 damage because they're weak to fire. It's kind of awesome. I love the Mystic Knight class, it's awesome. Of course, if he dies, I'll have to enchant his sword again, but I don't see that happening. Let's use Arrow. Do a bit of extra damage. I love that they just can't do anything now. It's great. Shiva's the only threat at this point, but she doesn't attack quickly enough to really... for me to need to be concerned about it. As long as I have enough MP to keep healing, which I believe I shall. How much MP does Arrow take? Well, this will be the last cast of Arrow. That's alright, though. Gonna start speeding this along a bit, I think. Fire magic, go! More fire sword. Die already. There we go. Fire sword for Shiva. Out of MP with Forest, so I'll just use build up. Fire magic and another fire sword. We got this. We are in the clear. Oh, a thing about the way Ice 2 works. Blizzara, Ice 2. A thing about the way that works in this fight. Shiva will alternately cast it against the front row and then the back row. She will keep alternating between these two. You want to have specifically 2 front row characters and 2 back row characters, because if you do not, well, if there's only one character in a specific row, then Shiva will single target that character. And at these character levels, that's going to one-shot you. You will die outright. So you need this specific formation, 2 front row, 2 back row, to make sure that you can survive the damage. If you just stick everyone in the same row, Shiva will see through your attempt at trying to, you know, kind of abuse that, and just single target a character anyway, regardless. So, yeah, if you've got everyone in the same row, she will single target characters with Ice 2, and they will die outright. If you've got 3 characters in the same row, then, you know, the 3 characters will take a pretty small amount of damage, as long as, you know, 4 characters are alive. But then when she targets the row that has just 1 character, they're gonna die outright, so yeah. 2 and 2. It is absolutely necessary to have 2 and 2. But that's it, we've done it! We have obtained the Esper Shiva. Which is awesome. Now, I want Bartz to be a Mystic Knight for a while, but I want an ability that the Knight is gonna give, so I'll go ahead and switch back to Knight class for a little while. Just until I can, you know, get that level up one more. Lenna's not going to be a Time Mage anymore, though. She's going to be a summoner with white magic. Galuf is good as is. Forrest, I'm going to make him back into a monk again. With Dash. And we're all set. Awesome. Let's get out here. Do I need to heal up at all? Yeah, I probably should a little bit. Alright, let's go. Like I said, you can make that fight a cakewalk by just going to Karnak first and picking up Fire Magic and Kira Magic, but, I didn't really feel like backtracking, and I also felt like challenging myself to beat that boss, without going for the, like, really cheap way of just using Fire, and Kira. Like, granted, you could call turning all the soldiers into frogs pretty cheap too, but I mean, you kind of have to do something to be able to survive that battle at this point without grinding. Now then. Now that we're out here, there's nothing of note outside in this area, really. Where's my mouse cursor right now? Okay, just wanted to make sure it's not over the emulator or anything. Oh, I think it's hidden anyway, but let's go down the waterfall! Whee! There's nothing down here, and now the only way back up into the castle is through here. This little passage. And that's where that passage goes. There's really no reason to go out there, but you can come back in from that way. That's really all we have to do in the castle now, so let's go see the king. The king who's been injured and stuff. Check in on him real quick. So, you were correct.
King Warris, are you alright?
Please hurry to Karnak. There they are also using a machine to amplify the crystal's power. It appears a meteor has also fallen near Karnak. There's no time to waste. Alright, let's go then.
Princess Lenna, if you have the Hiryu, why don't you return to Tycoon? Surely they must all be worried.
You know, that's a really good point. We should do that.
Please hear the king's request.
I have, and I will heed his request. As soon as I've returned to Karnak. Oh, I didn't actually talk to the soldiers here. The king was attacked by Galura. He is resting in his room. Yep. Already kind of knew that. I should have talked to them first, but that's okay. So before we actually move on with the plot and go check out that meteor to get to Karnak, let's say we go pay a visit to Lenna's home of, you know, Tycoon Castle. It's right over there, and there's an opening right here, so we can just fly. Since we've got the dragon, we can fly over the crashed meteorites and get to the castle. Let everyone know that Lenna's still alive and everything. You know what, for the heck of it, let's make her the front row character. Haha! You're alright! The counselor awaits you. Awesome.
Ah, Princess Lenna!
This way is blocked, because the counselor awaits us. Game, stop lagging, seriously. Get out of my way, thank you. Wow, Princess Lenna! Pfft. Is that all they're all gonna say? Yes, okay, good to know. Well, I'll keep talking to them in case, but yeah, okay.
You've come back!
So someone actually said something different. Now behind this tree here is a hidden pathway up to this tower. Up in here we can get to cottages. They're like super tents. Tents eventually will not restore all your HP and MP when that gets high enough. Cabins will always restore everything, so that's awesome. And those chests will be empty if we had freed Lone Wolf the pickpocket, so good thing we didn't do that. Oh! Princess Lenna!
I'm sorry to have worried you.
Please return to the castle. There aren't very many soldiers left from fights with the monsters. Without the princess, it will never be the same again.
But I have to go.
Then what will happen to this kingdom?
It's not just Tycoon. Something's about to happen to the entire world. And Father is still alive.
I understand. We will protect this kingdom with our lives.
I'll certainly return with Father. Until then, everyone hang in there.
Anyways, why don't you stay at the castle for tonight? Yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
Faris?
Huh?
Oh, it's you, Lenna. What is it? Sister?
Huh?
Sister, aren't you?
What are you saying? I'm your... Think before you speak, Lenna.
But...
Me, a pirate leader, really a princess? That's not even funny.
But... your pendant... Bartz! Bartz!
Huh? Huh? What's going on? What are you doing?
You're so weird.
So we've gotten more hints about things. It's pretty much given away at this point, but, you know, I'm still not going to say it outright. A little while ago, the counselor said he had something to give to Princess Lenna, so he went outside. Hey, high potion. Nice. I guess we better go see the counselor.
So the King Siryu is alive. That's good.
Yes, it is. Considering it's the last of its kind, too. The counselor hasn't been calm ever since Princess Lenna left. I wish Princess Lenna could stay here. Well, someday in the future, but for now, there are important things to do. These two doors on each side here is how you get out to this balcony for that little cutscene. Well, not for that cutscene, but where that cutscene took place. Now let's see what else we can loot from the castle. Hey, the princess needs it. I'm sure they wouldn't complain.
This is the king's room. You need permission to enter.
I guess we won't be able to go in there for a while. That's alright, we can explore the rest of the castle. This is a lot of stairs. What's up here? Oh, this is just the Dragon Tower, isn't it? Oh, okay, well there's an ether here. Anything else? Elixir, nice. Phoenix down. Maiden's Kiss. Oh hey, that makes up for the other Maiden's Kiss I had to use. Cool. We're back up to 5. Awesome. And up here is the tower, where the game began. Also, you can go in here and look through the window, which is kind of funny. Alright, now let's climb back down. Back down we go. And over to the... was there anything to the left? Oh yeah, that was just the room we were sleeping in, wasn't it? Yeah, that's where we came from. Alright. So what's this way? I'm gonna use speed up a bit, because this is a big castle. Cabin! Oh cool, another cabin and another ether.
I've worked in this castle for many years. I used to take care of Princess Lenna and Princess Sarissa.
Sarissa?
Yes, Lenna's older sister. When Sarissa was still a young child, a ship she and the king were on was met by a storm.
More hints. You can pretty... Wow, another elixir, really? Man, this is a great castle to come to. Yeah, it's definitely nice to come here and get some good items. You can pretty much tell what's up at this point, but, you know.
Come back soon! I don't know exactly what's happening, but I wish you luck.
What does this soldier say over here? I'm on the lookout. Good, because the castle needs a lookout from monsters and stuff. Go ahead and take anything in this castle that would be of use to you. See, they're not complaining that I'm looting the place. They're encouraging it. I don't know if I can say the same for everyone that I've looted, but whatever. Let's go this way. Also, I'm gonna go ahead and put Bart's back in the front, just so I can show something off too. Shuriken. Katana. You automatically become Lenna when you talk to the counselor here. Princess Lenna, this cane has been passed down through many generations here in Tycoon. That's a nice touch, though. It will surely be of help to you.
Thanks.
Gyaman's Bell. The katana is a powerful weapon, but it cannot be equipped by any class we currently have, so, unless we want to go to the Freelancer class, but then we're missing out on ABP for that character, so it's not really worth it. But hey, we'll have a katana for later, so that's cool. For now, let's go ahead and get out of here. Please be careful. You bet. And it looks like that night actually, that night's rest did restore our HP and everything, so that's good. I'd say we've got time, so let's go ahead and get to Karnak. I think we'll save actually entering Karnak and doing anything there for the next video, but we can go ahead and get there in this video. So this won't be just purely side stuff, though it mostly is side stuff, getting Shiva, going to Tycoon Castle, but we'll also get to Karnak. And check out this meteor, which now Has an opening, as you might guess, because, I mean, that soldier from Karnak ended up here, so... Must have something to do with this meteor. How else could it be? Ah!
Bart!
Was he warped?
Let's follow him.
These warp panels are convenient and awesome.
This place, I recognize it. And that soldier in the tower knew me too. Who the heck am I?
Yeah, having amnesia is terrible. He'll surely get his memory back at some point, but looks like that's not going to be now. Notice how there are only 2 of those rocks there now. There used to be 3 of them last we saw, if you paid attention, actually. I'm not sure if you could see that on camera, actually, but yeah, there were 4 originally, and then when the wind crystal shattered, or, like, originally there were supposed to be 4 there, but the wind crystal shatters, so then there's 3 of them. Now that the water crystal is shattered, there's only 2 there. I don't know if it was actually visible on screen that there were 3 rocks there originally, but there were, so... Something's going on in that area that's, like, directly related to the crystals breaking. Just a nice bit of subtle foreshadowing that is very easy to miss. I love those, like, small details. That's a lot of enemies, so, Wild Knack. I'd say this is a good time to show off Shiva. Diamond Dust! Yep, that's pretty powerful. I'm just gonna keep doing that. Well, okay, since Forrest took out one, maybe I can just... No, I still should have summoned Shiva. Oh well. Come on, Forrest. Take out another one. Yeah. And hang back, Galuf. And Lenna too, I'll conserve her MP a little bit, and just take care of the Knack on my own. With Bart's sword, yeah. Oh, Galuf gained a job level. He can now use level 1 time magic from other jobs, awesome. So if I switched him back to Black Mage, he would still be able to use level 1 time magic. Unfortunately, Haste is level 2, so yeah, I'm gonna want to gain another level with Time Mage before I consider switching him back. Alright. Man, running into lots of wild dogs here. Let's just summon Shiva again. Bye, puppies. And you should see how much damage Shiva does to enemies that are actually weak to ice. It's awesome. If you use it in, like, the castle area or the walls tower, when you've got, like, the toads are actually weak to ice, and Shiva will do, like, 700 damage. It's pretty great. How many more battles before Bart's? Like 16 more battles at this rate. Unless I can start running into things that give more than 1 ABP. Nothing up to the top right, so we're just gonna go this way. And... we're almost there. Galuf's hair has turned gray. These things can inflict a status called Old, which I think drops your stats and stuff. I imagine their name is probably pronounced Agil, or something. It would kind of make sense. I'm gonna have to do some grinding here if I want Bart's job level to go up before I get to the next area. I'm gonna say probably not worth it. I'll just go ahead and let him be a knight for a little while longer. That'll be alright. So, I think that's gonna do it for this video, and next time we'll actually, you know, enter Karnak and see what's going on here. So, till then, take care, guys.